Yeah. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Liver Show, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there in crypto land. Let's get that music back up and running. Funny, I see someone just address, and it's not even a troll, but he says, Jared Davis, his lifer, he was drawing bear flags and adamant it was going lower. You told us it was going down, so I copied it. I never said that. I said I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, and I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I say that every single day on this channel, yet people still put words in my mouth and claim that I told them where Bitcoin was going. Another thing, I've been bearish on this channel. 2 hours later, I flipped into a long on the lot inside of my trading group, and we've made a boatload. You got to join the trading group. You got to know what I'm saying. I'm just like a quarterback. We read the defense. We've got to play. Next thing you know, the cornerback moves to a different style. We lose the 200 MA. I call an audible. And I say, you know what? We're not doing the plan here. We're switching to the run. You know, you got to be able to call audibles if you're going to be a great trader. And I'm sorry if you can't keep up with me. What this actually says is, Lifer, you're an amazing trader that can switch at the speed of a dime, and I just don't have the skills yet to be able to do that. That's what you're really saying, my friend. And you lost $5,000 because it's on you. God bless you, though. Hope you're doing well. And I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Amen. Yeah. Big dog needs his hand held. Yeah, for sure. 100%. Shout out, no one holds my hand, though. I stand strong like Goodfellas. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. A beautiful morning. God bless everybody on this beautiful June day, June 3rd. June 3rd, baby. And I remember, I think I started dating one of my first girlfriends. My first girlfriend ever back in June 3rd. Sorry, my headphones are just finally going out on me. Shout out to everybody here on the live. So 105,255. I got a couple things to show you. Number one, I'm trading the NASDAQ, and I'm banging on it. I got in right here at 21,524. I'm up 8%, 150 bucks. I am growing this account here on the NASDAQ. Very slowly but surely, turning 1,000 into 2,000, 2,000 into 3, just growing this. This got 2,500 bucks. Let's turn it into 10,000. I'm going to turn this into 10,000 bucks. It's $2,500. One step, one day at a time. 150. 10 times is 1,500. You know what I mean? If I can get to 300 10 times, that's, you know, a G. And if I can do that 10 times, that's how I make it. I'm just going to the target. I got in here. They spiked it, brought it back inside, never lost the pattern, continued to pump it. Shout out to anyone trading the NASDAQ with the Crypto Lifer. This is crazy, right? I'm trading the NASDAQ, baby. And, you know, you can always do something new every single day. Look at, I'm doing new things with my life every day. Trading different ideas, doing different stuff, using the same signals and the same old dog, man. You know, I'm above the 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame and the 21 touch price action. I mean, it's the same. Think about it. If the math is real, then there's going to be a probability when a certain thing happens. That's going to be the same thing daily over and over again. Life, you know, trading will get more boring to you if you get into a system and understand what's happening. But if you took my call on the NASDAQ this morning in the trading group, we nailed it. If you took my call on Bitcoin, we got stopped out pretty fast. Bitcoin's been treachery this morning. A lot of up and down nonsense for Bitcoin. All right, and I've been trading basically the 200 MA on the 1-minute time frame, and they've been relentless pump, breaking it. Double bottomed it here, got it back above again, and we're going to break it in, but you can see it's been chopped all morning for Bitcoin. The jobs data came in too as well. Let's look at that jobs JOLTS report at 10 a.m. Just dropped on us, dropping dimes on us, and that was 7.39. So there's more job openings than forecast. Previous was 7.2, which means either, you know, there's more people asking, needing work, less people going towards that work. People are lazy, what's going on? But it's actually, I think that's a good sign that there's more job openings. More businesses are beginning to grow, and they need more people. So I find that a beautiful thing for the markets. And the NASDAQ is flourishing on that news. Bullish news of the NASDAQ, bullish news for business. All right. I took a short last night. Stop loss at break even before bed. All with education received from Sam and Master Friend from CryptoLifer.com. You took a short last night. I'm trying to think what I did. Yeah, last night I made a boatload, right? We were trading all day. Then at about 10 o'clock, the price boomed. And I sold all my trades, moved my stop loss to break even. Then we did start to take a dump on the market there at about 10, 11 o'clock. I was paid, so I walked away. And there we have it. So I'm trading. Where am I trading the NASDAQ? I'm trading it on BTCC. Check 100. You can too. Use the link below to find out more. Could have made this trade. I've been nailing the NASDAQ. This is my 4th trade in a row. And now I can move that stop loss basically to break even, as you see me do. And I can't lose on the trade. You just swing the stop loss up there. Make sure this dotted line is above that dotted line. And you're only paying fees now on the trade. And a nice little spike up here for the NASDAQ too just now. We're trading the 5-minute time frame on the NASDAQ. Bang, bang, bang. Hit the links in the description to find out more. I do get a commission if you trade the NASDAQ. I greatly appreciate that. Super awesome. Bitcoin getting back above the 200 MA. I snuck along in here on weeks. And now I'm starting to moon here, staying above that 200 MA. See, I didn't get caught up. I stuck it right there. They keep playing with this 200, but I see bullishness on the bigger time frames. Let me go. Let me fly, baby. Let me fly. I'm up 3%. I told you I'm the king of 3%. Nobody makes 3% faster than the... Hey, I'm up 420. Nobody makes 420 faster than the lifer. Shout out to my lifers. Shout out to everybody here. We trade the NASDAQ here. I trade everything. I trade everything my strategy allows me to trade. Why not? It said that when you're above the 200 MA and the 21 touches, and I backtested this for years, that I could get in over and over again. So I did. And I got played. No, I didn't get played. I got paid. They tried to pay me. They played me here on Bitcoin with these double whammies. 1, 2, stop loss hunt in a row. Dang. And now when we cross the 200 MA, you can just blindly buy this with a stop below the 200 on the 1 minute. I've seen this play out many times. A little higher than I'd like to be. Like to get in right there. I move too fast and then it doesn't equal out. Come on down a little bit. Too far for the 21, but you're just going to hope that you don't come back down to the 200 and let this thing rip. It's just an open face, whatever trade. You're just like, you won't go back below that 200 now that you've tested it twice on the 1 minute, right? That's kind of what you're looking at here. Look, this is up 5%, the king of 3%. You've never seen someone make 3% faster in your life. That one's up 420. You know what I mean? No, we'll see what happens, though. It could easily get stopped out, but you're not risking a lot there. Okay, 180 for about 350, 360, even a little more. 800, if we can get 800 on the trade, would be sweet. So there's a live scalp there on Bitfinex using my strategy, and just using a strategy in the 1 minute. You're thinking that the 1 minute will continue to plow, we'll have nothing to worry about. We don't have to stress that at all. This trade's starting to rip up 200. Getting a beautiful pump to the upside here for Bitcoin. This is what was supposed to happen this morning twice, but we got rejected each time. A nice little mooner here to the upside. Can we stay above the 200 MA? Or is that going to come flashing down? Dang, almost makes me want to scalp that right now for 200, but dang. Let's see this puppy rip now. Okay, 266 on weeks. I'm trading on weeks here, live on weeks. And, I just never know what price is going to do. I'm always open-minded. Some days I wake up thinking it's going to be the worst day to trade, and it becomes the best. And I always tell myself, don't think, just move, Sam. Our minds create so much up and downs. We create projections. And, how many times we fight, we have to slow ourselves down and ask ourselves, are we projecting again? And what is projecting? I mean, projecting is great here when we're playing with the charts, but projecting in real life sometimes, it's good if you're seeing the future and you want to see how you're going to play it out. But that's different than what I mean is basically foreshadowing a negative outcome before we even get there. You know what I mean? And I do that every once in a while, no matter how positive I am. Every once in a while, I catch myself subconsciously saying, dang, why did I even think like that? Look, this is going to come back to that 21-day moving average. It's just too far away. So I'm going to move my stop loss into position here and take my 200. If I can do that 5-6 times a day, I'm going to make myself my $1,200, and I'm going to bank that coin. Chance it continues to pump. I do tend to sell early. Let's see if the bigger time frames are ripping on me. Be amazing if that thing just floats. But, the 21 to me is just a little too far, suggesting we're going to make some sideways price action. I'll keep the Bitfinex trade open. That'll be my Hail Mary to stay above the 200. This one, I'm going to take profits along the way. I'd like to do this 5 times today if I can. I've only been in the trade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. 6 minutes at 250. If you're making $200 every 6 minutes, you're doing pretty good if you're trading, okay? Hitting all day long. Meanwhile, fat Jeffies, man, can have their daily fat. Well, I don't know what you're saying, man. God bless you, though. Fat Jeffrey, I don't know what you're saying. God bless you, though. Shout out to Intentional Surreal Family. We love you, man. Wow, look at how that came right to the stop, but I did not get stopped. There's a continuation here. We might get a flashy move all the way to 106,000. BOOKMAP suggesting that it's going to flatten the shorts at 106.5. Look at all that liquidity up there. I wouldn't want to be hiding out up there as a short. It's likely you're going to get demolished sometime by, I'd say, 2 to 3 o'clock today, if not by 6 o'clock tonight. I don't see how we don't hit that red. Again, it's not 100%. It's not guaranteed, but the odds are the highest that we go to the big, chunkiest red area, and that's sitting right there at 106,500. So if I was short, BOOKMAP's telling you you're about to get annihilated, all right? But that's you, not me, all right? You do whatever makes you happy. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do here should be taken as financial advice. Maybe short the 21 pullback. I mean, I don't know. I tell you what, I tend to sell early. It's a known strategy of mine. But see, now you've banked the coin. You got confidence behind you, right? You've won a trade. As a beginning trader, you got to start just building confidence. It's just like basketball. You ever see a player who's struggling, but he just got to hit that couple shots. Give him a layup. Let him hit that jumper. Next thing you know, he gains that confidence. He's wetting a couple threes in the third quarter. But you got to get started. You got to get the move on. That's what it's all about. Staying motivated. And again, I love Jim Rohn because he reminds me that motivation is fleeting. I'm not always going to be motivated to wake up and work. I'm not always going to be motivated to stream. I'm not always going to be motivated to make gains. Sometimes money's going to drift. Sometimes trading is just going to... So how do you keep going? How do you stay consistent in trading? You just realize that it's not about motivation. It's about doing. You just do. You get up and do. You get up and you trade your model. And that's why it's so important we have models, because there's days when we're not going to get it. We're going to be confused. The market's going to be weird. But if we have a model, we can trade a model. Like I traded the NASDAQ on a model today. It's up. We go from there. You see what I'm saying? One step at a time, one day at a time. Let's take a look at our top-down analysis here for Bitcoin as it's struggling to get back above 105.7. BTC, baby, BTC. And we're going to take a look at our new month and have some fun here today. So we got our monthly close done. Shout out to everyone that was there for the monthly candle close. It's good times had by all. We had a blast. We had a blast. Thank you for being there. So the monthly, starting off absolutely beautifully here on green candles. And it's saying, hey, I'm above 102.5. That's my floor. It's got monthly support. Bitcoin hasn't revisited its previous monthly resistance yet. There was resistance at Wick, but, that was about it. And, interesting enough, I could just, that's basically, you could say it's just a monthly bull flag. No one really talks about this, right? And that's got a measured move. $135,000, and it suggests that this month is going to be a lovely month. And all it really matters is that this month stays above this month closing. So this month opened at 102,429. So basically, as long as we stay above 102.5, we have no problems. We could play around. They could do whatever we want. But 102.5 on the big time frame. And yes, if that blows up and closes, that will be 3 white soldiers on the monthly. Just like we had here, and that continuation pump to the upside as well. So the monthly looks great. The stochastics are resetting. Everything kind of getting ready for a bigger move. And again, yes, we probably will end this rally with monthly bearish divergence, right? Like this. But that means we're going to have a high, a low, and then another monumental higher high. And there's going to be some bearish div there. At that point, Bitcoin's going to dip, but how high, you know what I mean? Like, let's take a Fibonacci. And you're like, to 117? 106 could be the low. It may never go back below 90,000 again. They asked me, Cassius Cuvée asked me, Bitcoin, 20K or 30K? I said, it's never going to 20,000 again. It never did. He asked me the same thing. He said, 90K or 130K? I said, it's never going below 90,000 again. That's my call on the channel. I'm sticking to it. You'll never get Bitcoin back below 90K because that's where a procrastinator would be able to buy. And they don't really give good prices to the procrastinators, the Bitcoin people. They don't. Bitcoin tends to be really hard to get on the low. To buy Bitcoin cheap, you have to usually buy the horrible day of fear. Like, it has to be a nasty day. Bitcoin getting the ripping to the upside here, right? Looking like this thing may continue, starting to flag out pretty nicely on the 1 minute time frame. That's bullish. And that's a bullish. That's a bullish move here, and we're still on the BitTinex trade. Can this thing continue to rippage? Let's go here. I love BitTinex, the movement, the sleek interface, the ability to swing in and out with the stop loss, just amazing. Liquidation price clearly labeled, nice and big. Just, sounds when you get in and out of stuff. I just love it. It's an amazing exchange. Shout out to BitTinex. Still in this big boy ETH trade as well. And it's only down 400. I think it was down $300 at one point. But I'm in this ETH trade, sticking strong. And the last time I traded ETH, I absolutely nailed it. I'm sticking strong here. Stop loss below that wick, just keeping it simple. They could get me for sure, but the last time they made 2 times in a row now. Right there, ETH was in a beautiful flag. Let me show you. Just like this, and it held position. Really no questions asked. Little bit of a wick at the end, but I keep my stop below the last wick on the beginning of the patterns. We traded ETH here too beautifully, just stuck strong, even though it acted pretty funky. You can almost say that it broke back inside, then made a. But to me, I just stayed strong on the fact that it was making this consolidated pattern of. And when you're touching the 21 above the 200, that's what I just did this morning. You see? Same thing. I told you they were going for the shorts. It's 105,850. You didn't listen. You shorted the market anyway. But now we're going up to 106,500 for Bitcoin. Sammy J. Price calling it again here to the upside for Bitcoin. Just missed that massive candle. Was about to enter that trade, and it just got ripped to the upside. It's okay. Don't feel vexed. I still got the BitTinex trade ripping. That's why I keep 2 trades going, so I don't get the vexedness. I like this flag going here for the NASDAQ. NASDAQ starting to go sideways. I'd like to see that flag out. Let the 21 catch on up. We'll get that continuation to the upside here for the NASDAQ. Things starting to kind of go our way here for the bulls this morning. I like what we're seeing. Let's do and let's continue our top-down analysis. So the monthly looking absolutely lovely here. And again, we trade the 1 minute. Heck, I've traded the 1 second. But it doesn't mean I don't look at the macro every single day. We are macro traders too as well. I've been buying Bitcoin since it was very, very small. I got emails about it at $350. I've never sold Bitcoin. One time, actually, I can say that one time I sold a Bitcoin, it was like at 10,000. I bought it back at 11. Another time I sold at 17,000, regretted it for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? So bought it back immediately. Was like, I'll never do that again. Every time I've sold Bitcoin, I've regretted it. It's been twice in my life. I remembered it. I'll never do it again. It's the worst feeling. It's like, feels like you're on the other side of the party. Like you're in, and then next thing you know, you're not in. You're in VIP. You hold in Bitcoin in the wallet. Everything's going well. Then you don't have the Bitcoin, and you're not in VIP anymore. You feel like you've lost your pants. Seriously. Learn from me. Never sell Bitcoin. It's the worst feeling in the world. You think you did the right thing, and you're like, oh, I took some profits. I get in at 75, and then your mind starts going, in 5 years, it's going to give you $500,000. What are you doing, Sam? And then you're like, oh, my God. And you're like, now I got to find a way back in. And you're like, but what if I don't? When do I get in? And how much do I get in for? And what do I? Oh, my God. And then you're like, well, trust me, man. Selling Bitcoin is the worst vibe in the game. I've done it twice. It stinks. You don't want to do it. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't think I say induce financial advice. But for me personally, I got to tell you, from what I've done it, and it's just, if you want to feel horrible, and you want to feel what it feels like to feel the nastiest feeling in the world, go sell some BTC and then think about what's going to happen in the next few years and sit and watch all the money printing and be like, and tell yourself you did the right thing. Any intelligible person that can foresee the future and has a little bit of patience, I believe, can easily understand that selling Bitcoin is probably a horrible idea, right? Anyway, we were looking for a bounce on the 3-day chart. I was looking for this to consolidate inside of a somewhat of a, symmetrical triangle, even a bull pennant, heck. And this would be beautiful. This would be about 30 days of price action. It would take about a month for Bitcoin to consolidate, and then we would just absolutely rip out a bull pennant when the 21 crosses and the 200 is oversold. When the 21 crosses and the stochastics are oversold on the 3-day chart. Again, I'm open-minded that we could still be making the downward flag. Either flag is good to me. I do not care. Of course, the sideways flag would be better for altcoins and the market in general because we wouldn't dip anymore. That would be the lowest price we've ever had, and then we would just continue to make higher lows from here. This would be your last chance to buy Bitcoin at these prices. And I've been saying this over and over again. People don't believe me. And you can see now liquidity beginning to get drawn. Now they made more bears jump on in here at 106.8. So the bears, thinking that they got this locked and loaded, are putting in liquidations. So now if you look, if the market maker wants to liquidate, make the most money, it doesn't look like there's enough shorts to be had. It looks like there's more there's more longs to be had. There's more shorts. So it looks like, and again, every time I've done this, 90% of the time on my channel, when we've seen red above us, we have gone and flattened the shorts. Does that mean it's going to happen for sure? No, it does not. It means anything is possible. Someone says bullish today. I am open-minded that anything is possible today. Yeah, I have no idea. But the charts are conveying that we are more bullish than bearish. And I have called longs this morning that have broken out, even though they've stop hunted a couple times. The NASDAQ as well doing damage. And everything kind of going our way here for the morning. So yes, I have a more bullish bias on the day due to the probability of the charts and what they're conveying to me. Yes, I do. The 3-day chart looking beautiful. Let's move on into that daily. That did a daily. And I like what I'm seeing on the daily chart for Bitcoin. You got to have that P&L. I tell my wife, 11,000 today. Today's P&L is 11. If I don't make at least 10 to 11,000 a day, she kicks me out for the night. I got to make at least 10K a day or there's no respect in the house. I'm joking with you. I run this home. But, that would be, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind that type of pressure, though. You know what I mean? Like, you make 10K a day or get out. I beg. I'll get it done. I'll get it done. High standards for high people. You know what I mean? Get it done. This thing could rip all the way up to 114.5, just like, in the daily standard. I'm also always open-minded. What if that's a right shoulder ahead? We make some type of a left shoulder ahead, and we make a right shoulder. We dump through this gap in the VRVP, and we revisit $94,000. Anything is possible, folks. Anything is possible, and, it's in the air. It's definitely in the air, so we'll see what happens. But Bitcoin getting a nice rippage to the upside, and I'll show you there's my Ethereum trade, there's my Bitcoin trade ripping. I got about 100K in it, 0.94 Bitcoin, right? It's 9,000 in at 11x leverage. That's a $99,000 trade. It's not a small order. And we want to see this puppy pump. We'll see what happens here for BTC. Funny. I hope that didn't come through. It was so low, but it might have. Can we look at RSR? Yeah. Yes, pay yourself. This is a bigger boy trade. I want to see this puppy rip. If we lose the 200 MA on the 4 hour, I'm out. If we don't, I'm in. It's a very simple way to trade. You know, no emotions needed. Just let it do its thing. 105, 947, Bitcoin ripping to the upside. So we've got a lot of bullishness here in the air. We've got a NASDAQ trade ripping on BTCC. We've got a Bitcoin trade ripping and an ETH trade ripping on MEXC, or, you know, ETH is, we hope, will begin to rip. I love this flag, and I'm going up to 3,600 at least. Okay, and we've got a Bitcoin trade up 460 ripping, and now we're using Bitcoin as collateral here. This is the USD pair, the Coin M. All right. On top of that, we got a scalp ripping here on Bitfinex, up 12%. We'll move that stop loss once this flag begins to break out off the 21. And we got another trade open here. I thought we had another trade open on weeks. No. Would have sworn we also had a trade open on weeks, but we don't. Okay. Oh, yeah, we took profits on the week's trade early. And then I wanted to get back in. So there's a chance I could get back in here too. So every exchange has its reasoning. MEXC, lowest fees in the game, so the biggest position's over there. Weeks, great liquidity, fast action. I like it here on this 1 minute time frame. Good clarity. Bitfinex, same thing, but I get to move the stop losses really quick on a scalp, like I would have been in the trade already on Bitfinex. And BTC able to trade, you know, stocks and Forex and different things that I can't trade wherever else and just get it in immediately. So all those exchanges have a reasoning for me to have them in the repertoire. And now you got 4 exchanges. Most of them, you know, non-KYC, ready to go, no VPN, exactly what you need, right? No red tape, just what you want to do. So, again, good, you know, and I always say I never keep most of my funds on an exchange, right? Once I make some money, start stashing it, you put that stash. Oh, man, I just missed the breakout. I don't like chasing breakouts. I missed a huge breakout. I slipped on that trade. I was going to get in right there. I was talking. I see that the problem with my strategy is it identifies when we're going to make a move immediately, because I notice we move near the 21. That's when the bots execute. It's bot execution. It's just what I see all the time here. All right. This trade should have flipped. Yeah, 599 here. I may just take this 600 off the table. I'm going for the bigger gusto. I want to see this thing pump. 106,100 for Bitcoin. We told you they were going for the shorts above us. They didn't listen. And now we're going to watch the shorts get liquidated again here on my channel. We do this almost every single day. I let the shorts pay me, and they liquidate me to Valhalla, and we go from there. All right? So now I'm going to have to add a stoppie. 106. All right? Now you got the stop loss. What happened there? Did I do something different? Yep. Look at that. See, you miss a 0. Next thing you know, everything changes. You're not in there like swimwear anymore. You're down there with a frown there. I just made that up, but it worked. You're down there with a frown there, not in there with swimwear. But again, look what I see too happening. Do you see this? I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. That's an inverted head and shoulder, is it not? That thing looks like it could rip to the upside and do some damage. It's very far away from the 21, though, on that 4-hour time frame. Beautiful pump to the upside. I believe I should take advantage of this move and clip the 500. Yes, my love, beautiful girl. You've been coming in on the stream lately every day. How's it going, sweetie? Daddy, kiss it. Make it better. I love you. She had to show me a little boo-boo on her hand during the stream. It was so important. I love my kids, man. Kids are the best. 4.5's a great age, too. If you've had kids, 4.5, 4-year-old kid, I mean, it's just, she's an angel, man. Having angels in the house, like I've got my baby turns 1 the end of June. I just can't believe it, man. The baby is a year old. She's standing on her own already. Look at these moves for Bitcoin, and I just missed the entry there on that week's trade. But again, don't be greedy, Sam. You can't have it all. You're winning. And here we are, another beautiful trade here, $600 on the day. We've already taken $200 on a week's trade this morning. So we're doing good. Oh, I think you saw me already take the $200 on the stream. I thought it was in the group, but it's been on the actual stream. Bitcoin absolutely ripping to the upside, and we showed you that the shorts are about to get squeezed. And we can go all the way to 107,000 now. Take me to Valhalla, baby. Let's go. Let's go. 106,397. Bitcoin absolutely doing damage here. And you can see my trade just absolutely ripping. I'm going to just keep moving the stop loss. I'm going to need the 1 second chart to take profits here. Oh, you know what? They don't give you the 1 second on the USD pair, which is so weird. They give it to you on the USDT pair. Look at the size of that candle, though. That's unsustainable. That is a short squeeze. They are eating these shorts alive, and I told you they were going to eat the shorts alive. 106,005 is coming. Look, 350, man. I could be greedy now. Look at this, man. Look at the size of that candle on the 1 minute. This is insanity. And Sammy's taking all the bacon, baby. We got it all, man. We got it all. Stop losses in profit everywhere. We're going to take this monster down no matter what. Is the NASDAQ responding to this? It's not. It's flat, but it looked like it's lagging. Look like the NASDAQ's about to pump behind Bitcoin. So now you can use me as your forward indicator on the NASDAQ. Imagine had I just jumped into that flag, though I just missed that. Oh, my gosh. Would have been one of the greatest entries. I was just right there. I'd be up another 300, 400, 500. Don't be greedy, though, Sammy. Watch the trade. Look at these pumps. Look at these pumps. Take that, baby. Take that. And I'm out there at 823. I'm going to get stopped out into profit. Same thing here on my BitTinex trade. I'd like to get stopped out into profit if I can. That's how you make $1,000 in about 10 minutes, 20 minutes. There's one trade down. There's another trade down. Bang, 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 bang! That's how you trade live in front of the world. That's how you make $1,000 in a half an hour. That's how you get it done. That's how you make people motivated to trade, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Using my tried and true strategies every single day, getting motivated to make it happen, and then not being greedy, selling it, paying the trader. You know what I mean? I could be greedy as heck. It's got to be bigger. It's got to be more. It's about paying the trader, making it happen. Who took gains right now? Put a 333 in the comment section if you made actual gains on the stream. This isn't your average YouTube channel where they just go over the charts or talk about something. We actually make money every single day if possible. I make money. I do this for a living. I actually trade it live. I tend to sell early. I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to pump. This thing is out of control. We're breaking out on bigger time frames. The daily is breaking out. Understand? The 4 hour is breaking out. I see bigger moves here. The shorts are getting annihilated. They created a lot of fear. Even I felt it. I saw it. It was looking somewhat bearish. But we flipped the script last night. We started trading long. We got the break above the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame right there. Look, they got me here today. I started today with here. They stopped me out. I got back in. Didn't get stopped out. Bang. And then here when we crossed with the double bottom, I was in there like swimwear. Bang. Well done, bro. Shout out to Master Friend with the 27.99. God bless you, man. And now can we continue the tirade of the day and move forward to snatch more money out the NASDAQ? I told you that the Bitcoin was a forward indicator for the NASDAQ. Bitcoin pumped before the NASDAQ pumped. Now the NASDAQ's pumping. Looks like we're going to get a continuation of this move. Look, my stop loss is above break even. I put my entire trading group into the NASDAQ. I said, this is a beautiful entry. Our stop loss is now at break even, and we can't lose a trade. I'm going to teach you guys how to be super efficient and proper with your risk management. You're going to have stop losses on every trade. You're going to move stop losses to break even. Your stops aren't going to get hit all the time like everybody else's. You're going to know where to position yourself. You're going to find strength in your strategy. Let me say that again. You're going to find strength in your strategy. You're going to find strength in your strategy. You're not going to use emotions, because you're going to have control for once in your life. Trading's not going to be this mystical thing that you didn't understand. You're with the lifer now. You're with Sam Price. I've been doing this for 20 years. I can lead the way. I can show you what to do. I've got this. Take a deep breath and know that if I can do it, you can do it. You can do this. I'm telling you right now, you can do this. You have it in your capacity to be better than me at trading. I'm not even the best trader. There's people better than me. I'm just the most consistent person on the interwebs, man. That's all. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Again, I want to see I want to see 777s for my pops right now. Put a 777 if you made gains, you move your stop loss above your profit, you're going to take profit no matter what. Man, I'm such a winner. I'm still ticked I didn't enter that trade right there and just execute right there. That would have been phenomenal. One of the biggest candles I've seen on the 1 minute chart in a long, long time. And we showed you, look, and the shorts are going to keep coming. They say we're now getting to 107,000. So now we just have to wait for a consolidative move. And what am I using here? This is BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP is showing me what's happening and the liquidations. These were liquidations that just occurred here. People got liquidated. We could see their liquidations. I told you they were going to get liquidated before it happened. I said, watch out. And we're not done yet. It looks like 106,005 is coming for sure. And then 107,100. Like, it's nonstop. They do not care. Look at that. That's a bull flag right there that could continue further to the upside here for Bitcoin. Liquidated shorts, man. Liquidated shorts. Shout out to, that was someone on the live stream. That was his name on the live. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the 777s in the chat. Look at all the people making gains with me. Wouldn't you want to be one of these 777s? How did they figure it out? Well, they started coming to the stream every day. They started getting the knowledge with the lifer. They started changing the way they looked at the markets, and they started changing the way they looked at themselves. They started making gains. They started realizing that they too could do what I do, and they gained confidence in themselves by showing up every single day. They found consistency in a mentor that never gave up on them. They found consistency in a trading group that never took a day off. They found consistency in the most consistent people on the game, the crypto lifers. So look, here's another bull flag. This thing's going 107,000. They're going to flatten the shorts. I've seen this many times. At that point, we'll probably cool off. But that thing is ripping, and there's 106.5, just like we suggested. It's going. It is going. And you're like, am I a magician, a soothsayer? How? You know, don't try to be the best or right. Just be better than the version of yourself from yesterday. And the rest will take care of itself 100%. One step at a time. One single move at a time. One breath at a time. And look at this, man. What a beautiful pump. How's that NASDAQ booming? The NASDAQ breaking out, continuing to bang. So I don't care what you trade, traditional markets, I got you. Bitcoin, I got you. Forex, I got you. Gold, silver, you name it. My strategies are tried and true. You could trade Tesla. I've got you. Look at this now. We're ripping. You can even put the NASDAQ on BOOKMAP. I'll get it up and running. And there you go, man. All the way to 21,750 is a possible target. My take profit's hitting at 21,684. Can we get there? And that's what we're looking for on the tick. I'm getting my ticks on the Nazi, on the nasty Nas. And I could chase right now. I'm not going to do that. But dang, man, that was a nice one. Looks like it is going to continue to rip, though. But if I don't get in at the perfect time, it's hard for me to get in. I knew that was the exact... I missed it again talking. If I wasn't streaming, I'd be probably locked in. And there was more gains to be had as this thing rips to 107,000. So 107K. It's so hard to take profits, not going to lie. Why? You know why? Because every time you get in, a lot of times you lose. So when you're finally up, you want it to pay for all the losses, and it's not up enough, number one. Number two, you believe that there's always more and you're greedy, right? This is how we all think. I'm not saying you singling out. This is how when we're beginning traders, this is what happens to us. This bull flag, look, touching the 21, and you got this, you got the liquidity. You've got the liquidity to 107,000. This is cheating. We know where their stop losses are. We can see this. See, they don't even know. See, imagine someone opening up a stop loss and they don't even know that Sam Price can see their stop loss on the book. Or they just went in with no stop loss thinking that no one can see their liquidation because they're not using a stop loss. But I can see your liquidation, though. It's right there. And right there. It's pretty phenomenal, right? BOOKMAP gives you this back-end data. You know, I always say BOOKMAP is the best when I just go to their website. The way they showed it, really, nothing beats it. Just want to go to BOOKMAP, the website. But, you know, a future stocks and trading platform that displays market liquidity. Check what the candlesticks are hiding. People, you just see candlesticks. I see liquidity. I see where there's a stop loss, right? And everyone uses all these other ones. I stick with BOOKMAP, man. It's spot on. Shows me exactly what's happening, where we're going, and based on the traders we got, the expertise in high AHFT trading too. You know, they got so much stuff going on. Volume dots. They got training, teaching. You can't beat it. BOOKMAP. And there it is, 106.5 like we called. We knew it was coming. And there they rip up to 106,000 and this thing is gone. Gone, baby, gone. And you can see this trade on weeks too. Had you been able to get into that flag right when I placed it there, booming to the upside. Booming. 107,000 coming for Bitcoin. Absolute rippage. How do you deal with selling early, Sam? You sold and you keep it ripping in your face. It's okay. I own tons of BTC. So every time it goes up, I'm good. You know, I've got a play on Ethereum, which probably should be going up a little bit here. Not so much, but hopefully once Bitcoin slows down. And look, this all started when we crossed that 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame. This will cool off too at one point. My target is about $106,900, $107,000. There's 106.6. And so BOOKMAP said we were going to 106.5. We called it, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes ago on the stream, right? It's one of the best streams you've ever seen, man. And look at the daily candle breaking out of this. And we talked about this too as well. Went over this idea that the daily candle was ripping to the upside and doing damage. So, heck, I probably would have made another $1,000. Yeah. Just made over a day's work in about 30 minutes. Yep. How many people are up in massive gains right now, feeling good and having a blast today? And Sammy showed up and made the call. And you may have seen the call yourself. I'm not taking credit for everybody. I'm just saying the facts. I did show up and make a call. The call played out. We're doing good. Daily candles ripping. I like what we're seeing here. Just want to see this daily candle coming. Once the daily candle breaks and closes above 107.2, because that's where this last bounce right there, that's a support. We close above that resistance. I mean, that's going to be a big deal. The gap of the VRVP here suggests we can fly up to 109 pretty easily. It's not going to be a problem. And here we are after those 4 nasty days of the conference and the day after the Bitcoin conference. We started the month off. June begins with a beautiful pump. And so 3 days of June are green. And we're oversold too as well. And let me show you something that I see that's interesting. I've never looked at it this way, but I'm getting more open-minded. But that's an Adam and Eve. That's an Adam and Eve double bottom. You're gone. Like it says Bitcoin's about to rip. Maybe it makes another right shoulder and rips. Regardless, both of those are very bullish reversal patterns. And I just like what I'm seeing. I think I said it. I see 109, 111,000 by Thursday. Yeah, so beautiful moves for Bitcoin. And it was all in the trading group too. No matter what people, you know, we gave you guys the bigger ideas and all. Shout out to Staz. Anytime a lifer gets his first rollie in his roll, you know, the first Rolex, man, there's something about getting your first Rolex as a man. I don't care. People can say whatever you want. You guys can say whatever's. But man, what a beautiful rollie. I'm sorry, I took like a picture of a picture. Your picture was even clearer. I love the Roman numerals, the date just. I love it, man. Absolutely beautiful. Silver. I went with the champagne dial with the diamonds. You went with the silver Roman numeral. Both look absolutely stunning. Unbelievable. Great Rolex, man. Shout out to Staz, man. Calling you out, brother. My Corvette. I just feel we're going to get Corvettes together. You might already have one, the way you talk about it. Hood and strategy. Boom. I know, right? Sam, your live stream is messing up my psyche. I made 600 in profits from a scalp, and it's starting to feel like it's not enough. I agree, but don't worry. Take a deep breath. It's okay. You know why? Because you're going to win so much. You've never won so much in your life. You've never won like this. You don't even know what winning was until you met me. No, but seriously. And we even talked about the 1 hour pumping. If you should watch my update this morning. And my update, I'm talking about the 1 hour pumping up to $107,200, right? And so what we talked about, you got a video update explaining what I saw happening today for Bitcoin. Look, here it is. Ready? This is crazy. But this is what you get if you join the trading group. That 1 minute, and altcoins will probably start to pump really hard. I look for Bitcoin to pump right now to the upside. Stop loss below 103.6. Right? That just looks likely, like we're going to fly up to about 108,006. Look at that. It's not the best risk-reward ratio. You know, I'd like to keep my stop there, and it's a 1.8 to 1. So it's not the best risk-reward ratio, but I could see this breaking out. This trend line's holding nicely. You can even just keep a stop loss on the other, you know, anywhere here inside the trend line. That could possibly be right there for a move. So, yeah, that looks bullish to me. I'm more bullish than bearish right now on Bitcoin. Hour looks like we could get a pump throughout the day.
Sammy nailed it.
Watch the jaws opening. I love watching my updates, man. And so if you join my trading group, I do an update every single morning and every single night. Bitcoin just absolutely tearing up a storm here. It wants 107,000 and it wants it so bad. We're just too far away from the 21-day moving average. It's getting a little unsustainable. We did get above the 200 MA on the 1 hour time frame, which is rippage. It's just absolute rippage. But this is beautiful. Let's get that music back up and running. But dang, I'm hyped right now. I'm so hyped right now. And so, yeah, if you join, go to cryptolifer.com. You don't know what you're missing. I'm telling you right now, go to cryptolifer.com. Everyone else is, you know, look at my signals and all that. I don't even say stuff like that. I give a video update every single morning and every single night. That video update nailed Bitcoin, explained basically exactly what's going to happen, and you would have learned so much about TA in that one video. Like, that video is a TA tutorial. And so you're getting technical analysis tutorials basically every morning and every night. Twice. I did one in the morning last night, one here at 9. Every 8 hours, you're getting an update, and I'm kind of schooling you into what I see happening to Bitcoin, and we're nailing it. We're absolutely nailing it many, many times. Hit 99, 270, or the annual. Why play and just get the annual? Jump on in with me for a year and make it serious. I can't wait to see somebody in there. May God bless you all. All right. My man, adrenaline pumps every time we pump. I love y'all. Yeah, I'll do something special today. If anyone joins the annual today for $9.99, right, I will personally send you back $150 today, you know, because I can't do a code. But if you join the annual today, I will personally send you back $150 in the current cryptocurrency of your choice. Let me know. Join 99 today. We'll give you $150 off. This is a one-time deal only for the next 24 hours. All right. This is the end of Florida sale. The end of Florida sale. All right. Last day in Florida. I'll send you $150 basically off in the currency of your choice. You let me know. Bitcoin, US Tether, Ethereum. Let me know. And that's $99. I'll give you $150 off for it. And now it's one time right now, just for the next 24 hours. Let me know. All right. Rolling through the front door. What's up, Sammy and the Lifers? Happy to be here and part of this amazing group. It was faster than my Jag, and my Jag is nuts. Amazing. I drove a Cobra with a 2.9 Whipple, and it scared out of me. Being in the 99 is the best thing I've ever done. Go do it. That's a smashing deal. Yep. And apologize to the old lifers, but I want to incentivize some people on the sidelines here. They've got a lot of people in fear. They're scaring people out of the market. I see a lot of people running out away from the market. You know what I mean? I see Google Trends, and it's probably one of the greatest times to be in the market. And people are freaking out. And so I'd love to incentivize people to learn and get them going and make them realize that it's time to take charge and it's time to go for it. You only have one time to live. You have one chance, baby. That's it. That's it. All right? Stay high frequency. Keep the vibes going. You've got this. You can. You will. You are the best. And only you can do it. So a beautiful short squeeze on the morning here. And it looks sustainable to 107,000. We just got to kind of find our base point here before our next bigger move to the upside. And we could watch it on BitTinex starting to roll over a little bit too. What a rally. I mean, to me, I sold it off. Like, we got in here. And the thing is, every day there's going to be a pump. Whether you got in here and you sold here, so what? Maybe you got in here and you sold there. Maybe you got here and you got there. You got the whole thing. But, whatever you got. Look, I got in like about there and I sold about here, right? I sold that big candle there. I didn't get that next little move. And I'm not going to beat myself up all day because I didn't get that beautiful pump. And I could have made the week's trade right here too, okay? I mean, two things I missed. It's okay. I made $1,000 publicly right now, and I already had taken a trade. We still get the NASDAQ trade open on BTCC, ripping to the upside right now. This thing's up 260. Now we can open this thing up and start to kind of look at the profit taking that we want to be doing. There's my stop loss. See how I'm gliding it nicely. And so now I'm moving the stop loss into position. I can't lose now. I'm up, you know what I mean? And now and this is how you grow a $2,500 account to a $10,000. You make 260 10 times, then you do that 3 times in a row, and now you've done that, right? 10 times is $2,600. You got to start thinking with a plan, one step at a time. It can't be all in willy-nilly every single time, right? Look, this would be a good take right now. I do this 10 times. I call this a beautiful take on the NASDAQ. What if it continues to rip? It might. Like I told you, so what if it rips? Take what you can out the market and move on. Wow, NASDAQ doing beautiful though here. Bitcoin too, 1065 pushing. Bitcoin wanting to rip again. You can see how it's starting to agitate there and shake. See how it's starting to shake there on BOOKMAP? That's when you know it's getting ready to rip. That's just that movement. Man, I live for this stuff. 107,000 short squeeze. Let's bang on these shorts. And I said, man, are the shorts about to get wrecked? I told you on Twitter without trying to tell you. The NASDAQ ripping, doing damage out the flag to the flag. Flag, flag, bang, bang, bang. 21 day, stochastics curving. This is how you do it. Can you feel the passion in my voice? Can you feel the engine running in my chest? Let's go. V12's ripping, baby, all day long. I love y'all. Let's get the lemon into the water. Let's stay hydrated as we go crazy here. I'm sweating on a live stream. I'm the only guy that actually feels like I'm doing aerobics while I'm working out, while I'm trading. Shout out to all my lifers. Look at this cool new keyboard. You can travel with these little travel keyboards, trade anywhere in the world with these awesome setups. Boom. Market order, BTC. Run it. Shout out to everybody here, and we're trading beautifully here on BTCC. Check 100. Which is the NASDAQ, the nasty Nas. Also trading weeks, Bitcoin on weeks. As we took profit earlier on the stream, trading weeks, doing damage. We also did BitTinex, had a beautiful scalp on BitTinex, and of course, my baby, my sweetie, MaxC, the lowest fees in the game. Sometimes you can even have 0 fees. They were doing 0 fees last week. Let's take a look here. Look, new 0 fees for SWE. So the SWE Perpetuals got 0 fees on them. Like, I just never seen anyone doing this. The hottest coins with the most liquidity, and they'll do 0 fees. Like, it's just amazing. Only on MEXC. Sign up to MEXC today, okay? If it's applicable in your area. In your area, bro. So funny, Bitcoin broke out the 1 hour. Can everything else do damage out the 1 hour too as well? SWE looking to pump. Everything looking to get that move. 106.5 for Bitcoin. We called it at the beginning of the stream. You can't say we didn't. We're going to teach you how to do this every single day in the trading group. We don't take days off here. If one day it's a little fast and you miss what I'm saying, just keep coming back. It's going to click. I teach it every single day. This isn't your average channel where you're going to miss what I say and have to come. No, I'm here every day. You're going to be like, man, you're going to get to know me. If you're just jumping on in, you're a new trader. You're going to get to know me like you know yourself. You're going to know me better than most people you've met in your life. You're going to have 2 hours with me every single day for the next few years because I ain't going anywhere. At least for the next 5 years, I'm running this channel all the way to the upside. We got 97,000 over 300 subscribers and counting on our way to the upside, baby. And nobody's going to stop us to 100,000 subscribers. We're getting the plaque. I can't wait. We are so close, it's ridiculous. I can smell the metal of that plaque. I'm already wiping it down, keeping it nice and clean, putting it on the bookshelf. It's going to be an absolute amazing time to be alive, man. So look, this has some cup and handle vibes to me for sweet. Send in a super chat for TA and deep dive. We deep dive coins. We go over the market cap, talk about where we believe it could be. We'll give you price predictions. We'll go over the charts. We'll show you all the ups and downs, the support and resistance. I'll tell you whether I like it or not. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'll never tell you what to buy or sell ever. But I'll give you my opinion on what's happening, and I'll give you the technical analysis. Send in a super chat for that awesome interaction. I love it. It's really good, and people do it all the time. It makes this channel really, really rip. We got 3 coming in already. We got TARS AI, AIOZ, and RSR. I'm stupid happy that YouTube delivered you to me, lifer. Let's go, baby. Learning so much every day and already seeing results. Shout out to Matrix Mike. I love you, man. I just want to make sure. See, I want people to love Google and to love YouTube. And they will, because they're like, man, Google presented me with the best teacher in the game. So we go hand in hand. Put Google in a good light. Google puts me in a good light. Together, we shine. Shout out to YouTube. Thank you so much for the algorithm and the blessings. You know, I'm so thankful. Everyone is always like, going at the corporate straw there. But I say, you know what? It's a blessing. It brought us all together. And every single thing that helps me grow and helps this channel is a blessing. So thank you, dear Lord, for everything you provided in my life. Thank you for all the awesome people that have come together to make this channel amazing. Thank you for these moments in time where we get to make gains in front of people on the live. Thank you for making my probabilities, and the math that I've learned become profitable in my life. And shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Eaters of the Dead. He says, yes, XRP, please. And this looks like it wants to come crashing back to 107,000, maybe even 107,200, 250. So will we follow the torch here and continue to pump? Is this a highly aggressive entry right now? Very oversold on the 1 hour, but a little hot and heavy. Maybe it makes a right shoulder there, you see? See shoulder head, maybe a possible right shoulder. I'm watching sweet. Does say, hey, maybe an entry here with a stop below 322 could just end up panning out. All right. The NASDAQ still looking green, like it may make another flag. The target for my NASDAQ trade, 21,750. Can we get there? Oh, and I took profits. I took profits on the NASDAQ. There you go. Another beautiful trade on the NASDAQ. I love that. And we continue to grow this balance. And I'll be back to trade the NASDAQ again, possibly tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, NASDAQ. It was a wonderful run. Thank you so much. My model played out. I trade when we hit the 21 above the 200, and I got the measured move. Nothing. If I did this every day, I could pay the bills over and over again. That's all you need. That's it. That's trading in a nutshell. If you can get in and get out and do it every single day, you have yourself a strategy, man. This is it. This is trading in a nutshell. Like, this is what everybody wants to do right there. Get in, get out, have the discipline to make it happen, and use a model with no emotions. No emotions were needed in making this trade. They weren't unneeded. And BTC, a great exchange with good liquidity. Just, if we could just have this so when we move this, I can see the percentages. I will be in love. I'll be able to trade the NASDAQ even more. So a great place to take profits is at the 200 MA on the 1 hour time frame. It's just, I've talked about it many times. You're basically at a bit of a double top. Does that mean you're not? You may continue to rip. The daily looks good, and the daily could just rush these candles up. The daily's starting to look pretty nice. All right, we got a really big green candle on the daily, and that looks good, and there's momentum. 4 hours a little overbought, right? And you're a little far for the 21. You pumped. And then here we are with the 20, And so what I would look for is, yes, there may be another pump. Probably flush us up to maybe even 107,005. But eventually there's going to be a top out. And the 21 is going to have to come back to price action on the 1 hour. Wherever they meet is my next trade. Anything else to me is a chase, right? Like, I got the majority of this. I took this whole candle for a ride. What else do we need to do? It does look like we're going higher to 107,000, but I'm done. I've eaten my fill. It's like I've gone to the restaurant. It's all you can eat, but I ate so much, man. I can't go back to the buffet. I'm full. You know, and if you keep going back to the buffet, you're greedy. And that's why you're losing a lot of money, because you can't stop too. You know, that's another thing. Like, I got to keep trading all day because, you know, cherish your wins. Take yourself to lunch. Pat yourself on the back. Tell yourself it's awesome. Really reward yourself. Shout out to Margaret Ness, who always comes through. Margaret, I love you. Thank you so much. Blessing, Sam. Thank you for being such an awesome teacher. Can you look at XLM, please? Funny, the last time I remember you asking about XLM. I'm on to you, Margaret. I'm on to you. Fine. Bitcoin on the 1 minute time frame is making a symmetrical triangle. These do break down, but because we're so bullish, these mainly break to the downside, but, you know, they're 50-50 patterns. Kind of see shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder there too, right? It could go either way, though, and there is that liquidity above us suggesting that we will rip. So if you want to know what's about to happen to Bitcoin, the 1 minute's in a symmetrical, it's a 50-50 pattern. I see 90% of these break to the downside. So I see these dumping 90% of the time, but there's no guarantees. Okay? Getting banned from an all-unique buffet is not an achievement. But Jamie, it was just one time in Dubai, Jamie. Don't tell everyone about it. Come on, man. I don't want people to know what happened there. I got an eating problem. They don't like that on those Muslims. They're like, what is this American doing? They kicked me out. I was eating too much. 106,500. This thing looks like it's gonna get juiced. See, look at Bit2Next. Bit2Next makes it almost a little too easy. But look, if you see the trade, you're just like, you only have a moment, you know. You're like, okay, I'm fumbling the bag right now too. And you're like, okay, you don't even need that. You just scroll and you're just like, I'm in. The problem is you don't know the risk at all. Oh, yep. Always make sure you're touching price action. I just fumbled the bag. Maybe a good idea. Look, it's gonna dump. These mainly dumps. So I don't know if I should rush, but the oversold stochastic, man. Let's call my name here on the 1 minute time frame. I love trading with y'all. I just took a deep breath and realized, man, what a blessed, like we're sitting here trading live. Gary G for the 99ers, making gains week after week. Also, my 21-year-old son passed his Florida real estate exam today. He's in Tampa area too. Congrats to Tyler. When I visit him later this year, would love to meet you too. You will, man. Definitely. Make sure it's after August. I would love to see you. God bless you, brother. And shout out to Gary G, man. Thank you. And God bless your son, man. And I hope he continues to grow and prosper. And I know he will with a great dad like you. I know he will. Any thoughts on Dogecoin? I like Doge and it's going to continue to pump. As long as Bitcoin holds levels, I do like Doge. Scared money don't make no money. There you go. And we risk half of what we made earlier. Say you're just dragging the stop loss. It's just so awesome and it makes a sound too. And so now I'm in the trade. I'm going 1 for 3. See if we can add 1 for 377. Let's go. And a lot of people are always afraid first up. They don't want to lose money. I'm not afraid to lose. That's why I win. Understand? People that don't put stop losses are afraid to lose. And then they end up losing way more than they should. See, they put no stop loss. They're afraid to lose 100 because 100 is going to come so easily. They're going to hit me. But then they end up down here, down 1,000. And then they cut the trade off on all emotional because they have no plan. You got to have a plan. You got to trade your plan and stick to it. You got to have the discipline to stick to a plan, and you got to have a stop loss, in my humble opinion. If you don't, I just think you're playing Russian roulette with your life. You know? Again, on a DCA, I don't stop loss. I DCA into things that I truly believe in. Like when I believe in Bitcoin, I buy it in. You know, when I believe in Solana, I buy 100 grand, like I'm all in. Look, do you see what I see here too? But I'm getting vibes of a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder to the upside for Bitcoin. Shout out to Melly. I've been watching you on and off since you only had a few thousand subscribers. You nearly brought me to tears multiple times. Yesterday was one of them. It's not about the money. It's about the discipline. Much love. Shout out to Melly. We love you, Melly. Thank you so much. I appreciate the $20 super chat. You didn't have to, but you did. That will come back to you tenfold. And people don't understand the vibes of this channel, but that's okay. The lifers get it. Everyone that wants to live life to the fullest and go all the way, they understand. But it's not for everybody, right? That type of lifestyle is not for everybody. It scares a lot of people. Living to your fullest is not for everyone. When you live to your fullest, you offend some people because you're at your peak. You're at your optimum. You're moving fast. You don't have time to explain to the layman what you're doing and why you're grinding a certain way, but you're able to pick up the people that can pick up on it. You're moving so fast that you can only move with the people that are moving so fast. You get what I mean? And you guys understand because you're my lifers. You're moving with me. You guys you guys are literally on a wavelength. We're all moving together through the speed of light. Like we're actually traveling. When you start to progress, you start to travel. And the lifers are all traveling at a higher frequency. It's 100%. I love y'all. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Look, we're up 2% on the trade. Almost up 3% again. I told you I'm the king of 3%. Nobody makes 3% faster than me. Look, I did it again. Nobody does it faster than me, man. Bitcoin, baby. I like this. I like the little cat. What happened to little dude in pajamas? He was awesome. This one's pretty cool, too. And the bull. The bull's my favorite, though. Just chilling with the glasses. Up $33, starting to break out here of the flag. And remember, we have this liquidity up here telling us that we're getting to the red. 107,000 is right here. This is kind of the trade right there. You see it? It's all set up, ready to go. And I'll move my stop loss into break even as soon as possible. We're scalping again here. And it's a beautiful day. Again, today is what? Tuesday. When do I live trade? Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays until 2 p.m., right? Mondays, a little sketchy. Start trading after 6, 7 p.m. at night. All right? I think we did trade a little bit yesterday. It was on and off. So they started manipulating the day on the moment. We got the jobs opening. I don't know why that's so hard for me to say. Jolt's job openings. There was more openings than basically previous and then forecast, which tells me, one, people are lazy and should be filling up those positions. But number two, it also says that, hey, there's people making business and there's people basically creating jobs. And there's jobs out here for people. And that's a beautiful thing. Bitcoin ripping 106,569. Now we're up 6%, doubling that initial. Can we get this continuation out the flag? There's going to be some resistance at 106,618 there. We're at a 106,554 on Bitfinex. When I could drink it, my friend said I didn't have a problem. They didn't want to. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Oh, you think you're in love? That's upset above. I'm not in that. I'm not that. Oh, you guys are crazy. Burning up plenty. I'm not that in it. You guys are funny. Sent from above. I'm not that in it. Now here we go, up 7% now. And see, we're already up now too, so we can risk more. How's that nasty NAS doing? Is it continuing? It is. It's continuing to pump. I sold like right there. This thing looks like it's going to go to right to my target. Shout out to the nasty NAS. I want to join the 99. I will join the 9 and it will change my life. Yes, it will. Speaking wills and amps. 100%. I am doing this and it will do that. 100%. You're going to do it and it's going to change your life. You've got this. You can, you will. You are the best. Nobody is better than you. Remember that. I mean, you can even look at this like a lobster claw, inverted head and shoulder. Why do I call that? You know how lobsters have a small and bigger claw? You got this little claw, and then you have this giant head and shoulder. It's almost a bit of a cup and handle, too. Now the 1 hour is above the 200 MA. I mean, that's a very bullish sign for continuation. And now we can clearly say that 106,000 may end up being support. So is 105.5. And once you get above the 200 MA on that 1 hour time frame, yeah, you got to assume that you're going for the next, 108.8 to me is the next stop. Just very likely. The 4 hour also with a bullish engulfing candle, looking beautiful. We just kind of now have to find some type of flag. I mean, it's unlikely every single time frame is just going to rip, but wow, we're getting a monster move here. And here we pump. Looks like we may get that 377 after all to add to the day. It's going to be an amazing day of trading today. Day trading, swing trading, whatever you want. Everything is going our way. And this is what I love. Shout out to the 2,000 people here on the live. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you're not liking this on multiple accounts, you're just not doing it right. And that's from the words of my lifers. He says, it stinks. I'll have an... See, now you're already making something negative out of a positive. Just take, do whatever makes you happy, but no one ever went broke paying themselves. Look at this nice move for Bitcoin. 106,700. Massive short squeeze here for Bitcoin. Let's go. Can we continue? And now I see 107,000 big red waiting. See how BOOKMAP is helping us? And again, we used to get a lot of liquidity and a lot of moves. It's been a while. This is what we did every day. It's just they've been making it tough, right? Let's take a look at all the super chats. We got them coming on in. I'll even move my stop loss to break even because I don't like when I have a winning day. There's no reason to lose any money on a winning day. I'd rather him stop me out and keep pumping, whatever happens, but there's no reason to lose money on a winning day. Cover, cover, cover. Wow, that looks hot though. That looks like it's going to boom. $107,500 is on the table. Bit of an Adam and Eve now. You see that? I see it now. That looks like it's going to rip on the 1 minute time frame. That initial trade's still in the green had you got in there too. There's some bearish divergence. But the daily is pressing, like the daily says it's gone. So the smaller time frames have to respond, you see? The problem is people get real greedy here. They want to make tons of money. So they go extra hard. And then when it dips a little bit, they lose a lot. I've learned that lesson. So that's why the humble trader wins. Like the trader just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I'm up $2,000. I just want to make another 3 to 500. Like stuff like that. I'm up 10 grand. I just want to make another 2,000. Like, it's not I make 10 grand. I need to make another 5. There's going to be another day to trade. Repeat after me. There will be another day to trade. This is not the last day of trading ever. I missed the last two. I don't want to miss this one. All right, I'm in there like swimwear. I think so. Come on, don't. Yes, okay. So here's another trade I just opened on Weeks. I am out of control here everywhere. I'm not out of control, but it feels like it. But I'm everywhere. We're trading awesomely on all sorts of exchanges. It's amazing. You can sign up to Weeks today. Hit the links in the description here, the pinned comment. If you'd like to have a beautiful trading experience on Weeks, Bitfinex, or BTCC. We also have a link to MEXC, which is the lowest fees of any trading platform in the game. Which, if I was greedy, I wouldn't even talk about. You know what I mean? And I'm not. So, hey, check out MEXC today. It'll blow your mind. The lowest fees of any exchange in the game. MEXC. That's why I like a big position on MEXC, because it's got low fees. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. A lot is coming at us. I got to go through all your beautiful super chats. Let's take a look at what's happening here and what's hot and what's not on the day. Form, this thing keeps kind of showing up for FORM, injective protocol. I like it when Kepler starts to move. Whiff back above $1, 18% in the last 24 hours. Pudgy Penguins render back above 4. I like how that Coinbase delisting doesn't matter. Artificial, Bonk, Pepe, Farcoin, BitTensor holding 400. Jasmy, Jupiter above 55. Hype back at 38. Hype's really the hottest coin in the game. If anything's going to pump again, it's going to be Hype. We're going to take a look at that for you, give you a setup there for Hype. Solana 162, and everything kind of coming our way. Man. Pancake Swap 242. Near Protocol, I hold a big old bag of Near as well. And there's the live trade for Bitcoin right now. Entry would be now. Stop loss below these wicks. And I'm going for the gusto for the measured move to 107.5. 85. BOOKMAP suggested we can easily get all the way to 107.5. It's right there, even up to 107.750. And the daily's going to moon us. So I like what I'm seeing, everything coming our way. And yeah, bang. Shout out to everyone on the live with the lifer kicking it with us. Thank you so much for the awesome time. We really appreciate it. Shout out to my whole team and everyone that makes this happen. And again, let's take a look at this fan funding and see XRP, Turbo, XLM, TARS AI, and more. So I'll look at Margaret Ness. We'll take a look at Stellar Lumens. So remember, I stuck to my guns on Stellar, and I kept saying that was your beautiful accumulation DCA zone. You made the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. Then we made this little flag here, and you can see it's a falling wedge flag. It's dipping right there. It looks like SWE, right? SWE looks just like this. I see a move to the upside. I see it going to 44 eventually. And once it gets above that point of control, high volume node with the higher low, it's going to go through the gap up to 45. It can only do so much. Price action has only so many ways to go. I see that this is a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder even. Beautiful time to get in where it was 22. It's at 27. One last chance here, and then it's starting to rip, and the bigger target takes it to 77 for Stellar Lumens. Yeah, I'm bullish on Stellar. No problems there at all. Doing exactly what we said it was going to do for the last 6 months. Really panning out nicely. Turbo, we looked at it. We said put an alert here. If the alert hits, let's take a look. It got tight. Then it slumped. Funny to see Turbo slumping like that on the daily. I don't own any, though. I've never been a huge fan of a lot of these weird these memes. When this coin came out, that was more organic. The guy was like an artist. He couldn't believe it got as big as it did. Right now, that is the model. It's touching the 21 above the 200 MA. And you got a gap in the VRVP that will take you to Valhalla. I don't see how this doesn't moon. And to me, that's one of the safest trades in the game, because if it doesn't play out, fine. The risk can be right there next to price action. So that's a 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio on Turbo. And it looks like it may do its thing. For sure. And that would take Turbo up 107% gains. I like this trade right now for Turbo. I like the 3-day chart. But again, the 3-day, nothing else. The bigger time frames are what I'm looking at here for Turbo. And that would be what I call a longer-term swing trade, right? Man, it feels good to be alive and to be out here with each and every one of you suited up, ready to go. I got my Bitcoin tie on. I don't know if you guys noticed. Some people don't notice. This is because it's gray, but this is a Bitcoin tie. I got the gray. It's all gray today, you know what I mean? It's a gray day over here now, but it's nice and sunny here in Florida. It was gray yesterday. Today's a beautiful day. Turbo's in a beautiful cup and handle. Savvy cup and handy to the upside on the 3-day chart. Look for that thing to blast. It's 100% gains coming out of Turbo, and it says it's going to get there by July 21st. Back to 106.6, Bitcoin doing its thing. Can we get that rippage? Let's take a look at XRP. XRP getting tighter in the zone. I see a breakout coming. I see a breakout out of this, even though it's not, the normal shoulder head, kind of right shoulder. That's the measured move of the first, that first move up would take us to about, 377. And then realistically, that is the bigger move. That's the next Elliott wave leg. Takes you to about 525. So my target is 525 for XRP. I say this is the last chance to buy it before it rips. Again, I'm calling it right here. You do whatever makes you happy. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, but to me, this is it. This is it. Last chance before it makes its next big move. Stop loss can be below, 190. And I see XRP doing damage. But you do whatever makes you happy. That higher low, the way it's starting to turn up, is telling me something about probability. And it seems like it knows exactly what is likely going to happen, right? Yeah, so XRP 325. Let's see. And look how tight it got on the channel. And again, a cup and handle for XRP too. I mean, this is why this is my favorite. And again, this is a model. I guess I got so many models really. Like I only play models at this point. So people don't understand me because there's no human emotion, but people want emotion. There isn't. It's all model. All model trading. What do you guys think of these little mini PCs? Right? I bought a Minas Forum Neptune Series HX100. Do you think I could run the stream on this? Any guy? You know, I think we can. My team suggests, and it looks like we could. But I bought this here. You know, the see this thing, the Miss HX100G. And again, I'm going right back into the charts in a second, but I just, you know, I want to stream. It's about the channel. And I think I could stream this thing on this mini PC. Imagine if I could stream on this mini PC. And this thing can, you know, it has up to 8K capabilities with the 2 USB-C and then 4K here. I mean, up to 4 monitors. This little puppy hums. And it's got Ryzen, AMD Ryzen, right? It's pretty strong. I got the HX100, top tier AMD CPU with AMD discrete graphics, right? It's got the Radeon RX 665M. I mean, it's got a GPU and a CPU ready to rock inside. I'm excited to see how this thing performs. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Are mini PCs the future manager? We don't need these big computers anymore. All these big towers and techs. You know? Wow, look at the boom for Bitcoin. And did they keep me in the trade? They did. They ripped it and dipped it. We should be back to green now. Wow, so they dipped it and then they ripped it back inside the pattern, which tells me that we could still win. They did this last night, though, too, and they eventually broke the pattern down. But don't be too greedy. Here we go. We're still in a live trade. Don't forget here for Bitcoin. It's never ending on the channel. Let's take a look at, so we looked at XRP, we looked at Turbo, we looked at XLM. Let's take a look at our baby TARS AI. We've been trading TARS now on and off. And I'm honing in. It was basically my next big hone. You know, oh, wow, it went all the way to 12.9. And it's starting to kind of show signs of the bigger pump. Starting to show signs of the bigger pump. And look, it's just continuously making this uptrend. The only thing is I could see it consolidate one more time. Like I could see it come up, bounce, maybe get tight in there, and then make a beautiful flag. So a chance we get to get in one more time, but that lower price may have been the last there at 10 cents. And then it's got this measured move to the upside. And there you have it at about 27 7/10 cents. You look at the 4 hour, and the 4 hours above the 200 MA. Really good sign for a continuation. And the closer it got to the 200 MA, the more likely that an entrance was, right? I still see like up and down price action, like it pumps up back to 14, maybe comes back down to 12, goes sideways. But I see over time, TARS AI headed up to 27. And shout out to anyone that's still in TARS, man, banging on them. Let's look at AIOZ. And one of my favorite coins, I do own a nice little clip of this. And this is deep in all day, one of the best deep in coins in the game. Like nobody beats it when it comes to deep in. So when we took the fib, you can take fib from that impulse there, but you can see, yeah, we wicked pretty close. You can even take it from there, which makes sense, the 786 fib. But, you know, healthy fib retracement, nothing wrong with that. And then with the healthy fib retracement, we also see what? You see it. The savvy cup and handy to the upside. This channel makes cryptocurrency trading fun. It makes trading anything fun. We got fun names for stuff. We got voices, special effects, jokes, you name it. Heck, my name's Mark Wahlberg, and I include this message. Sam, I played a cop, I played a fireman. It doesn't matter. I can do this, Sam. It doesn't matter. I can do it. I'm Mark Wahlberg. I told Tom Brady not to do it with that guy. He jumped in with the curly head kid. I told him not to do that with FTX. We were with Gallagher and The Rock, made a bunch of money. He started doing that other stuff. He lost everybody. His wife, everything. I told him not to do it with the curly head kid. It wasn't right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. So beautiful cup and handle here for AIOZ. This is how the beginnings begin. And this is how the ends end. You know what I mean? But seriously, though, I like what I'm seeing here for AIOZ. I'm already in this coin. I already have a big old bag of it, even at this price. So we'll see. I got in very early back in the day in the last bull run when this thing was just coming out. AIOZ, baby. So, yeah. I see this thing booming for 100% gains, too. And the stop loss can be pretty low at 27. And a good chance it does not get hit based on the higher lows and how we're moving. Bitcoin, 106,650. Going back to that $107,700 area, looking like we may still win this trade here on weeks. And shout out to everyone that gave me these beautiful trades, these beautiful setups. And we see them as we play them here. Yeah, this is a rising wedge that looks like it's definitely going to do some damage. Another thing that I want to show you inside the rising wedge, which is very interesting, which I've been watching for years now on and off, is how they kind of have these cup and handles, right? That's a cup and handle. That breaks out. It's going to rip. All the way up to about 106.9, 107K, right? So I'm still long on this rising wedge with a measured move to 108.8, right? No, 107.535. 107.6 really is the measured move. Walk the plank of the measured move. So look, in that flag, if we got into this flag, right, it's still up technically because it broke out, came back down, but it hit that top trend line. It never lost. Remember this flag that we played here? The Mini Forum 64 110 RAM looks legit, Sammy. Thank you. You got this, handle this, bro. Yeah, how was Sammy Cup and Handy? Yeah, I also consider of fan noises, stress, and component replacement issues on IoT. Mini PCs are on the road or healthcare. Interesting. Super chat, XLR, RSR, or PONKE. Is Tau about to go? I mean, we have a setup for Tau for a long time now. Sam, can you check XLR? Wow, okay. Another XLR, RSR, and PONKE. Let's take a look at XLR and see what's happening here. 7-minute looking nice for Bitcoin. Why the 7-minute? I don't know, I started using it a few years ago, and I just really like it. Well, look at that. I mean, that suggests that that's going to make a bull pennant and continue to pump. If the daily looks good and the daily's going to rip, the smaller time frames are going to respond to bigger moves. That looks really nice on the 7-minute time frame. Really nice. 5-minute will do you the same if you don't have access to the 7. Have no fear. It's not a big deal. I'm about to say we are still in the Bit2Next trade. I was about to say we're still in this trade too. This looks like it's about to rip. I would enter this trade right now. I mean, that's about to rip out of an ascending triangle. Look at that. That is about to rip. Measured moves even a little higher. See if we get another 500. I mean, today's going to be a nice, maybe $2,000 before 12 o'clock. Make $2,000. I mean, I'll take it. So I got another live trade here too. The entry could be right now with the stops lower. My stop's already above my entry, which is crazy. You see, I entered here on the flag, and then I put my stop loss above break even. I can't lose this trade. So I'm risking a $10 win for $500 right now, for $450. I mean, unbelievable, right? I'm risking a $10 win for $450. Again, I should be quiet because it may not work out perfectly and it'll come right back on me. Should have the stop down here, really below 106,250. That's proper. But I'm going against the grain here, pushing it. NASDAQ looks like it may continue to as well. I delete my old work here on the nasty NAS. Beautiful flag that could continue to pump to the upside. Shout out to all the beautiful souls here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Bitcoin getting that pump, and Bitcoin's going to rip again. People are going to wish they got in. Retail is nowhere to be found on this Bitcoin pump. And it's sad, man. They're going to look at it years from now, and they didn't want them in. They wanted to make sure retail just never really figured it out. All of society thought you were a weirdo if you were in cryptocurrency for the last few years. That's what they did. They alienated people. The average person thought cryptocurrency people were alienic. Asiatic. We were all oddballs. They didn't get us. They didn't understand. They made it awkward to hang out in society and talk about crypto. But it was the answer. It was the truth. It was the way out. And most people didn't understand. Because there was no other way to understand the way the banking system worked, to understand the way trading worked, futures, derivatives, all that. They hid so much from us. But once cryptocurrency came out, we were able to see it all and see access to the same things they had access to the tools, tips, and tricks that they use. It opened up my mind to the entire wave. They got their doc pools. They do so much. Oh, yeah, it's WAXL for some reason on MEXC. AXLR. Okay, so AXLR has made it all the way back to its bottom of bottoms. I do own this coin in my portfolio. Dang. Like moo dang. Dang like moo dang. I mean, it had an inverted head and shoulder, looked great. Then it made this another falling wedge with a slight higher low. Is in the cup of handle. It's super low. I see it bouncing back up here. But maybe just for a swing trade. Could it bring it all the way back to the top? Is this going to flip all the way back to 260? Hey, anything is possible from 33. That would be a beautiful 9x, basically. And it could be the time to get into altcoins before they absolutely rip. I'm DCing into coins that I believe in. And that's how I'm doing it. That's nice, though. And it's kind of a double bottom. It's a cup and handle. And it's a 786 fib retracement right there. Look, bounce, right? So you're not buying the top. You're definitely buying the bottom. Stochastics are pushing. I could see this thing ripping back to 51 cents. Definitely a gutsy call at the bottom there, but hey. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? Reserve rights. And so everything is in this cup and handle. You can see it. It's cup and handle Sammy season. And I tell you, right, this is what I see every time we have a bottom in the market. There's a cup and handle on like 90% of the altcoins. I've been through this before. So is my entire trading group. That's another reason why you don't want to leave the group, because we take you through all this awesome information about kind of like how the cycle works. And you're going to see a bunch of coins that all have the same, look, hidden bullish divergence. That swings up while that swings down. That's hidden bullish, oversold. It tells you, yeah, that's the best place to get in right there to RSR. And says RSR is about to blast to a new target there at least, not a new target, a new temporary target for where we've been. But yeah, I see a double up coming, 100% gains for a lot of these coins. So it looks like 90 to 100% is coming for many, many coins. Can we please do GFI, Goldfinch Lifer? Kind regards. Well, let's take a look at what's happening here. We got to get into PONKE, and there may be some more fan funding. And shout out to those super chats. You people are awesome. He clearly said it's giving mixed signals. Should be here to learn, not to be told what to do. 100%. Thank you. Sam, can we get another update from TAR's AI chart? We did that. Thank you. Can we take a look at AIOZ on the 5-day? Much love. I looked in the 3-day. Looks pretty good. Bullish today. Yep. Can we look at RSR chart? Squeeze him, Sammy. I know, right? 106, 470. And they could just be inducing more shorts. Look at all that liquidity above us all the way to 107.5. And if anything, it says Big Red's taking us back up to 107.5 to 108K today. Well done, brother. Shout out to Master Friend. Yeah, we already made a live trade here. I don't even remember that. Hood and Strategy, boom. Yes, XRP Turbo. We did that. Margaret, we did XLM. And shout out to Dave Webby, Artizic, Dave Webd, Mark Pavlik, Acto4, Southern Yankee, Master Friend, Dan Webley, Eaters of Dead, kind of weird. C18497, Margaret Ness, USA Crypto Algo Trading, Gary G for the 99ers. We love you, man. And God bless your son. And Sam gives his time and money and resources for the right reason. It's called love. Defund the shorts. I love you, man. I've been watching you on and off since you only had a few thousand subscribers. You nearly brought me to tears multiple times. Yesterday was one of them. It's not about the money. It's about the discipline. Much love. God bless you. XLR, bro, can we see PONKE? And shout out to Lifer Greg. He found out he was going to be a dad when we saw JD Vance in Vegas. Yeah, man. Crypto, Greg Novak. Shout out to Reliable J, too. We put you up on Twitter there if you like. I appreciate that. And we looked at XLR. Yes, we did look at XLR. So now we got to look at PONKE. And Reliable J, thank you for the $10 super chat. You people are super nice. And everyone that gave, man, $138 in chat revenue. You people are unbelievable. Thank you so much. That's blessings. Let's take a look at PONKE. And you would expect the market to kind of slow down now. It's been a rippage of a morning. We've been pumping since like 9, right? I wanted PONKE to rip. It didn't. It got stopped out. It was a symmetrical triangle. They mainly do break down. All right, so it was sketchy. It didn't happen. That was a trade that did not play out. But now it's in the cup and handle. I hold PONKE. I didn't buy into it, but I hold it, and it's telling me that we may get a move in almost everything now. 100% gains in everything out the cup and handle. So we got cup and handles around the board. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. 618 retracement. This takes you to 31 cents from 14. So there's about an 100% gain coming almost out of everything. PONKE included. You name it, it says it's going to rip. We got hidden bullish divergence, the Fibonacci retracement, the cup and handle. That's my model. Again, if those don't play out, so be it. I mean, but I'd say 90% of the time I've made gains on these types of setups. So this is what I look for. This is my bread and butter. It's got hidden bullish divergence. Understand, right? If you don't know what I'm saying, you got to learn divergences. Cup and handle. And a healthy fib retracement. To the golden pocket, might I add. Not even the platinum pocket. Fib retracement to the golden pocket. Yeah, PONKE looks beautiful to me. I would get in there with a stop below that 786 or the 10-cent region. Bitcoin's starting to slump now, 106,350. And now the losses are coming in. No. And there we chase the top there. It's okay. It's okay. It may bounce there. It's not over yet. We'll take an L if we have to. Bit10x. We must have got stopped out in profit, though, right? The flag didn't break out, man. It looked beautiful, but they stop hunted us. That's what happened there, right? A lot of manipulation recently on a lot of, like, the hot moves. But again, it could do this. See, I started getting open-minded, and they could turn it into something like this. We could get a bounce. I could still win that trade. They didn't get me. Ah, ha, ha. And we'll go from there. One step at a time. Let's take a look at his ETH getting some money now. Now, yeah, ETH only down. Yeah, so Ethereum been bouncing. Enough to want to put in another trade. You can see it's in this, though. I mean, It's got to bounce right now and go more sideways and turn this into that symmetrical triangle, ascending triangle, sorry. So, and we did all the super chats that I could see here. Someone asked for VELO Labs from Stephen Mallet. Let's look at VELO. VELO Labs. Now, there's VELO Finance. I don't want to get them confused. I believe this is the right one. I mean, everything's got that kind of cup and handle vibe. This one bounced and came back down, though. It's a little sketched. For me, you just got to act like it never broke out and it's going to break out again back to the top of the pattern, right? From there, I mean, it could stay in a pattern forever unless it breaks out and retests. It's making a higher low, though. I think there's way better setups out there, but if you believe in the project, you're not chasing the top. See what I'm saying? But, and in the short term, I do see a pump to 0.157, but that, after that, I'm not sure. I'd have to keep watching it and readjusting what I'm seeing. Next trade on the NASDAQ getting ready. I may just take it just for fun. I mean, it's looking like it could be pretty good. Bitcoin 106,450 getting a bit of a bounce here. Wow. And the bot called the actual bottom. I have a Minotaur trading bot, everyone. I basically signed up with Minotaur. They started working with me. I started using their bot to see how it worked. It works amazing. It's made me 30%. Schedule a call today to find out more at Minotaur Trading Systems. It'll blow your mind. Everything's been working absolutely lovely. And this is their bot right here. It's their bot. This is the template. You can see it bought the exact bottom right there, and it's been waiting to get out at about 108,008 is when it will definitely sell this trade. That's kind of the same area I have on the measured move. 108.8 is where we're looking to get out. It's going to take some time and some patience. Bitcoin looked beautiful on that 7-minute. Did a dip. Decided it was going to grab all the liquidity it could instead of ripping, but it still may make a beautiful flag here. And go to about 108.2. So we're not done yet here. And that bounce was strong. I can't believe I didn't get stopped out, and I'm still in the trade on weeks here. Very strong bounce. Yeah, because it was 225. We were about to get taken out. Wow. Look at that there. And that could make an inverted head and shoulder and continue to pump. Remember, don't give back your gains. It's all about just taking what the market gives you. And can we get to 107,000? That's what we're looking for here for BTC. All right. 1,808 people here, 717 likes, $143 in chat revenue, one of the best streams ever in the history of the stream. God bless you all for being here. I appreciate it. It was a positive, good vibe energy. I taught a lot. I felt like we really connected. We stayed on topic. We stayed on discipline. A few things we mentioned about my life, but for the most part, we stayed super disciplined, super on topic, and we nailed it. God bless everybody out here on the stream. Looks like we're going 107,000 further to the upside. That's what I see happening for Bitcoin. I'm still in this week's trade. We can continue to make it happen. The daily looks good to me too. So the bigger time frames are suggesting that Bitcoin is on the rippage. And it's only a matter of time. Look for this to flag out, touch the 21 again, and then continue to bump. Target's 108,200. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit it before 6, 7 o'clock tonight. Maybe even sooner, So shout out to anyone that gave us super chat. We love you. We appreciate you. CryptoCal82, Stephen Mallet, Bellico X, Reliable J, Ivan Roque, B. Tyler, Melly, Defund the Shorts, USA Crypto Algo Trading, Margaret Ness, C18497, Eaters of Dead, Daniel Webb D, Master Friend, Artizic, Mark Pavlik, Act 04, and Southern Yankee. May God bless everybody here on the live. Tomorrow, big announcement. The stream will be early tomorrow. I have to fly around 12 o'clock. I will not be able to be streaming tomorrow at the exact same time. We may put out content for you at that time. It depends exactly what I think. I may not have that luxury, but I will be live tomorrow from about 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., I believe. Maybe 7 to 8:30, something like that. So if you want to trade early bird style, I'll be up live trading from 7 to 9 in the morning on the stream. Therefore, you will have something to watch if you wake up later on and you come on in. I apologize for being and changing the time tomorrow. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled stream the following day. We will not miss a stream. We just have to move the stream a little earlier. May God bless everybody for being here. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We nailed it. We called a beautiful pump today. We nailed it. How many people made gains on the stream? Put a 777 if you made gains today on the live stream. Thank you for watching me do what I do, which is make it happen and make gains on these charts. I love you. I appreciate you. And without you coming back every single day, I'd never be able to do what I do. May God bless everybody on the stream. I thank you so much for everything, and I'll keep it moving. Business a bit, yeah, you're funny. But I love you all, everyone. Thank you so much for being with the Lifer. With that being said, I'm out of here for the day. Stay suited up, stay pocket squared up, stay fresh. Remember, you can never be overdressed. I'm telling you, man. Always be the best dressed person in the room. Why not? I love you all, everybody. God bless you all. I'll see you tomorrow, 7 a.m., early bird style. Thank you so much for a great live stream and for the super chats, the support, and the love. Let's get the likes up to 1,000 likes. We didn't hit 1,000 likes today for whatever reason. We just need 240 people more to hit that like button. I'd greatly appreciate that. I'm so grateful for the 767 people that did hit that like button. That's going to come back to you tenfold. May God bless you all. Thank you so much. I'll catch you on the flip side. Looks like we're going further to 107,000 for BOOKMAP. That's what I see. But you do you. God bless you all. Thank you so much.